very brief. We all take different roads to get here. As Jaime said in his talk, for me it involved a change of mindset. You know, for those of us, and Jaime and I started in the workforce about the same time. For those of us who started work in the early 80s, you could literally count the years. Until about 2010, you can count the years when the Philippines had real growth. As a matter of fact, the country went into restructuring in October of '83. We didn't recover our standards of living until 1992. And then we recovered a little bit, and then the Asian crisis hit in 97, 98. We recovered a little bit, and then the Lehman crisis hit in 2008. So the last 4 or 5 years have been very, very special for the country. And so all of a sudden, it isn't just an issue of growth, it's about the quality of growth. We have had 4 or 5 years now of real growth, so now is the time to worry about the quality of growth. That is a change of mindset. The second change of mindset for us at the bank is the realization that less and less of our customers were the traditional customers, had collateral to offer. As the economy grows, the amount of land, the amount of real estate, the amount of hard assets as a component of the economy is actually going down. The service sector is going up, the BPO sector is going up, and that doesn't lend itself to traditional financing. So you have to understand that all of a sudden you have to lend against cash flow, you have to lend against ideas, you have to lend against, you know, business models. That's a big change in mindset for us. The next big change in mindset for us was frankly the realization that youth had real value. I sit in our credit committee, and I must admit, chairing our credit committee, my first few months in the credit committee, I had no clue who these names were. These were 30 or 40-year-olds that I had not heard of. And yet, they were doing so many interesting things, they were creating things of so much value, that I realized we had to get younger. We had to get younger because the country with an average age of 22 was getting younger, and if we didn't do it, we would get left behind. And finally, talking about a change of mindset, you really learn from your mistakes. 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, I was new to the bank, at least my return to the bank. And we had been offered the opportunity to lead the initial public offering of a business model that was very new. And you know, we're very traditional in our ways, and you know, this business model was a little sexy. And we did the worst possible sin of bankers. We didn't even put in a proposal. We simply ignored it, and when it was time to respond, it was too late. Well, that business model grew and grew, and that is the company run by Nick Stillero, who took Surpass public. It's now over $1 billion, well over $1 billion pesos worth of value. This morning I read in the papers that they just bought a piece of a US company, and I realized, boy, we missed that chance. Because here was a new business model that was not looking anything like the business models that we financed, and we just ignored it at the time. So, talking about the change in mindset, these are the 4 issues that for me come to mind, and that is why at BPI and at BPI Foundation, and thank you, Faith, for your energy here, we will be committed to making this happen. Thank you very much.